through establishing ownership of who owns the intent. You know, as teams start to mature, you have different roles and responsibilities, obviously, and the makeup of the team will be different. For a team who's just getting started, often it'll be like one designer and a developer, perhaps. You'll introduce a product owner into that and maybe some data scientists around there as you start to mature. But then as you start to really develop and mature, you may start to devolve some of this stuff, devolve some content ownership, devolve some script writing, you know, and so then managing your NLU becomes a bit more challenging. Where do you think the ownership of that stuff should sit, the ownership of the intent?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a decision that every team can make for themselves, right? So long as they actually decide something and they have some kind of governance model, right? And this is especially important when you start to, as you say, sort of federate out some of the development of functionality, right? So we have one line of business, and the relative parts of what our AI assistant does are going to be developed by the people who are in that line of business, because they know it best, right? They understand the process, they understand the customer, they understand the need. But again, you really don't want the Wild West where everybody can just go and do whatever they like, and you have lots of clashes, right? And so this is, I think, a very interesting area, because in some ways this is like other kinds of software, right? Where you have, components that everybody depends on, right? It's interesting because you can't just impose, again, your structure, right? So what I see a lot of the times, like developers, they go, I know this is microservices, and we're going to build microservices, and this is going to like solve this problem. The problem is that that's just the techies version of shipping your org chart,